Putting Jelly Roll, who's just knocked out cold. Wait, he's out cold. Oh. Logan Paul climbing to the top of the ring post. Toasting some prime.
Here's your viral moment, everyone.
And a splash through Jelly Roll, through the announce table.
Oh, it's great to have American influencer and WWE superstar Logan Paul joining us here on First Take. Logan, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm sure that you see what's next to me. We're going to get to the most expensive Pokemon card in the world and why it's here on the
How did
set
you
of
get
First
that?
Take.
I saw it sitting on the table. How did you get that?
You know, it just showed up. Sometimes you come to New York and these things happen. We're going to get to why that's here in a moment. But I wanted to start with this because I know you've been in the ring with Floyd Mayweather Jr. throughout your career, and then you've taken your talents to the WWE ring. And the type of success you've had as a wrestler stands apart from most others who have tried to follow that same trajectory. So people want to know, like, which feat has been more of a challenge for you?
Yeah, between fighting Floyd Mayweather and doing WWE. You know, it's a hard question just because of how good I am at most like everything and also how humble I am. And that's not just me saying that. That's just what everyone says. But I would definitely have to say WWE is way harder than fighting Floyd Mayweather. I've said this before. It's the hardest thing I've ever done by a mile. Boxing is obviously difficult. Floyd Mayweather is very good, but wrestling involves a 360-degree skill set where you have to work every part of your mind and body that I just have not experienced before in a craft.
All right, so now you are also a part of the Vision, which is led by Paul Heyman. I know you've got a big show coming up here in Brooklyn on January 5th. Two-parter here. What have you learned from Heyman, and what can fans expect from that show?
Yeah, it's a great question. Well, one thing they can expect is Braun Breaker to leave heavyweight champion of the world. That is a member of the Vision, along with myself, who is led by the wise man himself, Paul Heyman, who you mentioned. And to answer that question, what have I learned from Paul Heyman? I think a better question is, what haven't I learned from Paul Heyman? That guy is a wealth of knowledge. I spend every second I can with him backstage when we're not wrestling, just learning the craft. He's taught me a bunch. I can get into like granular wrestling terms, or I can keep it high level. And the one thing that he's definitely taught me is that with him by my side, I have someone on the executive team who can speak for me, so I don't have to make stupid decisions backstage where I would lose my job, like attacking CM Punk because he pisses me off. Instead of doing that, I can just go to Paul Heyman, right? And he can talk to the executives and handle it professionally. So he keeps me in check. And now that I have a unit, I just don't see how we're going to be stopped at all.
Yeah, we all need someone in our corner who can pull us back when we're about to make a mistake. I could use one of those. All right, so you said everybody says you're great at everything, but there are some people who say that you are a part-time wrestler. That's a label that's out there. How does that sentiment sit with you?
Stop. These are haters. Haters gonna hate. It's just the name of the game, you know. When you're operating at the high level that my brother and I are, the haters come with it. I mean, statistically speaking, part-timer, I think the narrative's dead. I've been showing up every single Monday for the past month and a half. I've wrestled in 4 out of the 5 times I was there. I won every single match. So like, everyone who's yapping can now shut their trap because the narrative's dead.
I mean, you brought the receipts. I think that the proof stands for itself. And you mentioned your brother. Jake went 6 rounds on Friday night with Anthony Joshua. I know how proud you are of him. You were in the hospital with him afterwards. You called him an absolute warrior and said on your Instagram that his broken jaw won't break his spirit. How did you think, and what did you think of how the fight went down?
So from strictly a logical point of view, I actually think it went down exactly as it was supposed to. I'm not sure anyone really thought that Jake was going to beat Anthony Joshua, but you have to understand, being his brother and in his close circle, he has this conviction that makes you believe, and he has this ability to defy reality and morph it into his vision of how it'll transpire that makes you think he'll win. However, like my opinion, this was a logical conclusion to the fight. The two-time Olympian broke the influencer boxer's jaw. Like, okay, we could have wrote it in a story and it would have made sense. That said, I think he did amazing. I'm incredibly proud of him. I think it was a net positive. I think the world can see now how tough Jake Paul is and how fearless he is. And that is why he's in the position he is, because he has this delusional confidence that leads him to success. And he doesn't care what people think. And so as his brother, I was just shocked. I'm in the hospital with the guy and he's like, yo, can you make this TikTok? Can you film this for me? He's like laughing and having a good time. Just like, the guy loves his job and he loves life and he loves putting himself in situations where people don't think he's gonna do the impossible, and time again he does, and I'm proud of him and I love him very much.
Do you know what's next for him, when we're going to see him back in the ring?
I don't know. I know we will see him back in the ring. I do know that his fiance Yuta Leardom is going for Olympic gold in speed skating in February, and so that's our family's and his number one priority right now is just supporting Utah. Because if we can add an Olympic gold medalist to the family, man, the Pauls will be going crazy.
Your Olympic gold medalist might have something that's worth what's standing next to me here. There's no other way to make yourself feel like you're not in the same tax bracket as standing next to the most valuable Pokemon card in the world. That's why I have to give this the Vanna White treatment with these white gloves. So I want you to tell me a little bit about this. Season 3 of King of Collectibles, The Golden Touch, is going to premiere on Netflix today. And I believe you are the owner of the most valuable Pokemon card ever. This has a PSA 10 rating. I'm told that it's literally perfect. How did you come into possession of this?
Appreciate you taking the time to learn what PSA 10 means, because it does mean that it's a perfect card. If you go ahead and glance at the card on both the front and the back, you'll see that the centering is perfect, the edges are perfect, the corner is perfect, the surface is perfect. To get a PSA 10 on any Pokemon or trading card is really hard. There's like a 5 to 10% chance of it. To get it on the Illustrator is almost impossible. That is the only PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator in the entire world. And the Pikachu Illustrator itself is the rarest, most valuable Pokemon card in the world, because only 39 of them were awarded in 1998 for a Pokemon illustration contest. And few of them survived. Some of them made it out, and some of them got graded. There's like 8 or 9 PSA 9s, and there's only one perfect, pristine PSA 10. And I hunted the card for years. I finally found the seller in Dubai. He told me, you're going to pay me $6 million or PSA 9 Pikachu Illustrator and $4 million. So I got a PSA 9 Illustrator for $1.3 million and then gave him $4 million and collectively spent $5.3 million getting that card. That's to your left.
Man, that thing is a thing of beauty. Season 3 of King of Collectibles, The Golden Touch, premieres today on Netflix. Logan, thank you for joining us.